Hi there and welcome to this week's extended episode of Profit Fixer TV, answering the questions that you have to help fix your business, fix your profits and quite possibly fix your life. Now this week I'm answering the question, do all business owners work so many hours? Well, many of my clients have found themselves working way too many hours, spending far less time with family than they would like, and they feel like they're a slave to the demands of their business. And I'd like to tell you one true story of one of my clients. And for the sake of confidentiality, I'm going to call him Jeff. So Jeff started his business 10 years ago in his garage, and he did everything, including pretty major efforts to get sales. And because of his massive efforts, the business actually grew quite quickly. All of a sudden, he started building a team, thinking this would eventually allow him more time off and more freedom. Well, over the years, he grew this business to over 4 million turnover, and before he knew it, 10 years had passed and he had 25 staff. So far, so good, you might think, and certainly Jeff's wife and kids started to think that it was about time that they saw more of Jeff. Maybe went on holiday and spent weekends together. After all, that's what all the previous sacrifice that they'd made was all about when Jeff was just starting out. Now, in the early days, Jeff loved the cut and thrust of making sales. But now he barely gets in front of customers as he's bogged down with endless staff issues. Plus, to make matters worse, despite having more customers than ever, he's constantly balancing cash, which he couldn't understand where all the money was going. Now that's when I got a call, and it wasn't from Jeff. It was actually from a friend of his who knew that Jeff needed help, and he didn't know what type of help he needed. And there were some critical things missing from Jeff's business. Although Jeff had an accountant, they only dealt with the year-end statutory accounts. So once a year, about 6 months after the year end, Jeff would be handed a set of financial accounts that he really didn't understand. Jeff was constantly being drained by staff demanding decisions to be made and seeking his approval for absolutely everything. In fact, he felt he wasn't running a business, but simply had a very stressful job without the freedom that he thought he would be getting when he grew the business. He's now working more hours than he was as an employee, and he feels like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders. So what happened next? Well, amazingly, we saw a vast improvement within a week. By implementing some quick wins to improve profitability immediately, we took some actions that took a little longer to work in and took a little more thought and a little more work. But some of the challenging decisions that had to be made were made. And the results were amazing. Significant improvement in both profits and cash flow. In fact, over a period of less than a year, £1 million of cash was retained within the business as a result of the actions that were taken. Better than all of this, with the change in profitability, Jeff now feels more comfortable taking time off, and he booked his first family holiday in 10 years. And he no longer spends his time dealing with red tape. Now, working with similar clients has allowed me to develop a method for identifying the stresses in business just like yours and how to fix them once for all, leaving you with a business that supports your lifestyle. Well, that's all from me for this week. Thanks for watching Profit Fixer TV, and hopefully I'll see you next week where I'll have more bite-sized pointers to fixing your business, fixing your profits, and hopefully fixing your life.